Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news in the world of NFL rumors and speculation. Few stories are as intriguing right now as the whispers surrounding Micah Parsons potentially making a move from the Green Bay Packers to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, before you get too excited, I want to clarify that this is still in the realm of speculation, but the chatter is gaining momentum, and the implications could be enormous for the Steelers and the AFC North as a whole. The idea of adding a player of Parsons' caliber to a team that's already showing promising signs is enough to make any Steelers fan sit up and take notice. Let's take a deep dive into why this rumor is gaining traction and what it could mean for the Steelers. Micah Parsons, for those who haven't kept up closely, is an absolute game-changer on the defensive line. The guy is a true hybrid, a versatile predator who can rush the passer, stop the run, and cover tight ends or running backs when needed. In his career so far, he's accumulated 5 sacks, 112 quarterback hits, and 256 total tackles across 63 games. Those are not just good numbers, they're elite. In 2025 with the Packers, he's been leading the pass rush again, projected to surpass 12 sacks, and his PFF grade sits at a stellar 94. 2 overall. That kind of grading puts him among the very best in the league, and his EPA per rush of plus 0.28 shows he's producing consistently high-impact plays. His win rate at 20% is also impressive, indicating he's winning a significant share of his matchups, disrupting offenses at a high level. What really stands out about Parsons is his explosiveness. He's had 3 multi-sack games this season, and his ability to generate yards after the catch, YAC, is minimal, highlighting his disruptive speed and power. Plus, he's been remarkably durable, avoiding any major injuries that could hinder his performance. That kind of durability combined with his explosiveness makes him a highly coveted asset, even as the Packers face some financial and roster challenges. Now here's where it gets interesting from a strategic standpoint. The Packers, after extending Parsons with a hefty contract that averages around $47 million per year, are reportedly open to trading him. Why? Well, their cap situation is tight, especially after that big extension, and they're looking to rebuild. The idea, apparently, is to ship Parsons off for a first-round pick in 2026, which would give them some much-needed cap relief and draft capital to focus on developing a younger roster. The Packers historically have been a team that's not shy about making bold moves if they think it benefits their long-term rebuild. But what about the Steelers? Well, Pittsburgh has been quietly building a solid, competitive roster. They're currently sitting at a 6-6 record, and while their defense has been impressive overall, they're missing that one explosive piece on the pass rush. Adding Parsons could be the missing ingredient that elevates their defense from good to downright dominant. His addition would immediately boost their pressure numbers, potentially increasing their pressure rate by around 18%. That's huge because the Steelers' defense, especially their edge rushers, have been good but not quite at the elite level needed to consistently harass top-tier quarterbacks like Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson. Imagine Parsons lining up opposite T.J. Watt, creating a double-threat duo that offenses would have nightmares trying to block. With Watt's relentless motor and Parsons' versatility, the Steelers could form one of the most fearsome pass-rushing duos in the league. The numbers back up this theory. If Parsons joins the team, his impact could increase their TFL, tackle for loss, numbers by nearly 2.8 per game, and the team's overall yards allowed on defense could drop significantly. That kind of pass rush would give the Steelers' secondary more freedom to play aggressive man coverage, knowing the quarterback's pressure is coming from multiple angles. From an offensive perspective, having a defense that can generate more turnovers and get off the field faster means more opportunities for Kenny Pickett and the Steelers' offense to control the game. With Rodgers and this revamped defense, the team's EPA per pass could see a boost of around 12%, translating into more sustained drives and points on the board. It's easy to see how Parsons' presence could turn the Steelers into a true contender, not just a playoff team, but a team that could threat to make a deep run every season. Looking at the broader picture, the odds for the Steelers to win the Super Bowl have already seen some movement. Early in the season, their odds hovered around plus 120,000, but with the potential addition of Parsons, those odds could shift dramatically, possibly up to plus 4,000 or better. That's a huge increase in perceived value, and it's not just about one player. It's about what that player represents, a game-changing force who can elevate the entire team's play, especially in the playoffs. Parsons isn't just a star. He's an X-factor, especially in high-pressure playoff games where his ability to disrupt and make game-changing plays could be the difference between a deep postseason run and an early exit. The idea of Parsons transforming the Steelers into an eternal contender isn't far-fetched. Historically, teams that have strong pass rushes and dominant defenses tend to be perennial playoff teams, and Parsons could be the piece that finally pushes the Steelers over that hump. With T.J. Watt already anchoring the defense, adding a player like Parsons would create a historic duo. Think of the impact of past legendary duos like Strahan and Tuck for the Giants, or the productive pairing of Von Miller and Khalil Mack on other teams. The Steelers are no strangers to star-studded defenses, and Parsons could be the next big piece in their quest for Lombardi trophies. But this isn't just about the defense. Parsons' presence could open up more opportunities for the Steelers' offense as well. With a more dominant pass rush, opponents would be forced to double him or chip block, freeing up other players on the line and in the secondary. That could be a catalyst for a more balanced and explosive Steelers attack, especially with Kenny Pickett continuing to develop and aiming to take the next step as a franchise quarterback. The chemistry and timing between the offense and defense could reach new heights, especially as the season progresses into the critical late-game moments where playoff positioning is decided. Of course, there are questions and uncertainties. The Packers are known for being shrewd negotiators and might want a top-tier package for Parsons, possibly including a first-round pick in 2026 along with other assets. The Steelers would need to weigh the cost against the immediate impact Parsons could bring. Additionally, there's always the risk involved with trading for a player mid-season, especially one as impactful as Parsons, who has been a cornerstone for the Packers' defense this year. But given the potential upside, it's a gamble worth considering for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. And let's not forget, the AFC North is a fiercely competitive division. The Ravens are always lurking with their dual-threat quarterbacks, and the Bengals have a high-powered offense led by Joe Burrow. For Pittsburgh to truly establish itself as the division's dominant team again, they need to maximize their roster, and adding Parsons could be the strategic move that puts them over the top. It's about not just competing but dominating, and Parsons, a rival, could shift the balance of power in the AFC North for years to come. In conclusion, the speculation around Micah Parsons heading to the Steelers is incredibly exciting. It's a storyline that could reshape the AFC landscape, giving Pittsburgh a real shot at a Super Bowl run and potentially setting the stage for a new era of Steelers dominance. The combination of Watt and Parsons on the same defense. That's a nightmare for offenses and a dream for Steelers fans. Whether it happens or not, one thing's clear. This season is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory, and the potential of Parsons in Pittsburgh is a storyline that fans should keep a close eye on. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe Parsons could be the missing piece that finally propels the Steelers back into Super Bowl contention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news. Whether it's rumors, game analysis, or player updates, this channel is your home for everything Steelers. Let's keep the passion alive and keep dreaming big, because with the right moves, the Lombardi Trophy could be closer than ever.